Interesting game. I thought we got off to the right start. I think it was 8-0. First of all, I got to say, I thought Mayville State played their best game of the year. I thought they played very, very well. They, obviously they had 4 games coming in, and they had a week off, and certainly they've improved. And I thought they played with great pace and great poise. We had a great start. It was 8-0, and I think 10-2. And then from that media timeout to halftime, it was a 1-point game. Like, we outscored them by 1 point the last, whatever it was from that first media timeout. And then, but I thought we had a good start to the first half and a good end to the first half, and kind of gained some momentum. And obviously Mooney hit that little pull-up, at the end to put us up 11 into halftime, and made a few minor adjustments at halftime that I thought really helped us. But that first half, we were just really, I thought we did defend well, 31%, and didn't foul. They hardly got to the free throw line. But they made some threes. Number 4 is a very good player. He's averaging 23 points going into the game, and he had 14 at halftime. And this is a team that shoots now almost 31 threes a game. So they let it fly, and the 3 is obviously a great neutralizer. When you're on, you're on. And they were. And then the kid from Munoz, number 13, freshman, on a side note, I helped him get to Mayville. And, of course, he makes 2 threes. I was like, oh, boy, here we go. But they kind of caught fire there. And so the second half, we did a way better job. We defended just as well, 29%, and, again, didn't foul. But we were able to contain number 4 and hold them to 4 points. And they were obviously a lot better on offense and just sharing the ball. And so the first half, we were really sticky with it, meaning like the ball would hit a guy and we would try to make a one-on-one move instead of just swinging the ball, getting a ball reversal, and trusting each other. Because when we did that in the first half, we scored. But then sometimes you get a little, whatever you want to call it, first game jitters, maybe a little selfish. And then I thought in the second half we really settled in. I thought Joshua Doss did a great job in the second half. I thought Tyler Peterson had a very good second half. The game when we really separated, I think we had Tristan Simpson in, Tyler Peterson, Joshua Doss, Nick Fuller, and Dan Jeck. And that's when I thought we really separated and pulled away. So it's the first game. Wasn't perfect, but there was certainly some good things that we saw as well. So it's always good to win, and it's always good to defend the SCSC. Yes, Dustin.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You briefly mentioned some small adjustments there at half. Was that something that you had said, just talking to them, making adjustments like that, or was that them coming together as a team?
Well, both. Offensively, we really didn't do a whole lot different on offense, except it's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize. And just certainly talking about, we give our guys a lot of freedom, right? We play kind of a combination of motion and dribble drive. And so we're not calling like a million sets where they are programmed what to do and being a robot. So with more freedom comes more responsibility. And I thought our guys did a way better job of just sharing it, moving it, getting more post touches, right? And having an inside game, a middle game, an outside game. And then defensively, we just made just a very minor adjustment, just with screen and roll. And then obviously we did a much better job of our point of pickup was a little bit higher because they were making they hit a couple deep threes, but we didn't have a hand up, and I'm not sure they really felt us. And we have more athleticism than them. We got to be able to make them feel us, whether it's them or Bowling Green or TCU or Grambling State or Mount Marty. It doesn't matter. Like, we got to do a better job with that. So I thought we played hard without fouling. They only shot 7 free throws on the night, which was a big emphasis coming into the game. So those were the main points. But we're not the oldest team in the world. I mean, we have 4 seniors, but we still have a lot of youthful exuberance, and so we got to find a balance with that. But we do have a veteran group in terms of playing experience. So Tristan Simpson and Tyler Peterson play a lot of minutes, but they also played, 17 minutes a game last year and 23, which is a lot more than most true freshmen. So in a way, they're like a sophomore and a half right now. Is that such a thing?
You talked a lot about the players who were on the court when you kind of pulled away. None of them came off the bench, or all of them. Talk about the importance of having reliable bench players and everybody who wants to contribute.
That's a really good question, because that's where we got to be able to find production off our bench. And I think teams that win at a high level, generally speaking, have a very productive bench. That was last year we had a very productive bench. We had Tristan Simpson and Tyler Peterson and Tyler Hagedorn when he really got it going. We had an exceptional bench, and so it was fun to see. I talked about Doss. I thought he really sparked us. He only scores 3 points, but his energy level that he brings to everybody. Josh Williams, like we told the guys, congrats. That's his first college point. He had a really good finish. And then he turned the corner on a kid, and Logan Power was diving in, and he hit him for a reverse layup. It was a great play. And Josh, classic freshman, right? I mean, kind of like this, but the last 2 weeks he started to sustain some things. And so we'll see if he can keep pushing the envelope last year or for us. Brandon Armstrong, I thought was solid in the first half. And then in the second half, when he got it, I think he pretty close to back-to-back threes. That was really good. And Brandon can do that. I mean, if you guys could see Brandon practice at time, like that guy, like he likes to say, he's a walking bucket. And there's days he is a walking bucket. And so it was fun that he hit a couple of those and defended much better in the second half. Jack, I thought, played pretty well the whole game. Thought early on, had a couple of mistakes defensively. Not because he wasn't trying, he was working hard, but I think first game jitters a little bit, but I thought he was very solid all the way around. Tyler Peterson, I talked about, I thought was very good. Logan Power had some really good things. Logan, you just know what you're going to get every night. And then I thought Nick played pretty well the second half, just okay in the first half. And then Sparky, like he's always going to be high energy and do what he does. So we got to figure out our rotation. And Jack Stensgaard, who redshirted last year, he's had about 10 pretty good days of practice coming into it. So, we kind of know what we're going to get, like with some of the returners, but we got to be able to figure out what we're going to do with our bench. And so it's nice to be able to get a look from everybody in a game setting tonight.